Hey there all you handsome bastards and classy ladies, and welcome to Dragon Quest 11 Echoes of an Elusive Age. Now this isn't necessarily a new series or anything like that. I mean, anybody who knows me by now, you all know that I am a guy who I work full time. I only get to do YouTube videos as a part-time thing. It's extremely hard for me to put aside the time to get through to the end of an entire game. But that said, whenever I do sit down to play a game, whenever I get the chance, I like to record it so that I can share it with you guys. And I'm actually a huge fan of JRPGs and turn-based RPGs in general. I've played almost every Final Fantasy game. I love Chrono Trigger. Persona, the Persona games are excellent, although I've only ever played 2 of those. And Dragon Quest was one of those games that just, it's always slipped through the net for me. I've never actually gotten around to sitting down to play one. And except for, what was it, the Dragon Quest ones that was like, it was actually more of the Dynasty Warriors. It was that kind of a game. I played that one, but I know that's nothing close to the actual Dragon Quest experience. So I saw this on sale during the Black Friday sales. I had to pick it up. I'm really looking forward to tucking into it. And yeah, I don't know if this is necessarily going to be a series, but I at least wanted to share this out with you guys. So do sit back, relax, throw your feet up, grab yourself a cup of tea, coffee, hot chocolate, whatever your hot drink of choice is. We're going to take a break from murdering people as cowboys and murdering people as genetically engineered assassins. And we're just going to play a nice, wholesome, family-friendly kind of a game for a little bit. If you do want to see more of this, do let me know. Oh, no. It's going to go ahead and just... it's doing the opening cutscene again. Okay, and we're back. I tried to play the opening thing again. But yeah, I lost my train of thought. It is completely derailed and rolled off a cliff. So I'm just going to get started with the opening cutscene and everything. So just enjoy this. If you want to see more Dragon Quest 11, by all means let me know. I'll be more than happy to accommodate. But for now, we might just treat this as one slightly lengthy first-time video. And yeah, I just hope you like it. I'm looking forward to this myself. I really am. I have to say, I'm admittedly very, very fanboyishly, giddily excited for this. I'm looking forward to it. Funnily enough, it wouldn't let me put in Christian as a name. It said that name is not allowed. And I can only assume it's because it's an actual religion as well, which is, you know, fine. Maybe they want to avoid having any sort of like issues or anything like that to do with people's different faiths or whatever, so they're trying to be considerate. But oh no, sorry, what am I doing? I need to delete that. I'm just gonna go with Chris. But what I think is funny is that they wouldn't allow the name Christian because, I'm guessing because it has Christian connotations. But this is a game that has like a church with bishops and benevolence and all this kind of stuff. Like there's some heavy Catholic / Christian vibes going on in certain parts of this game. It doesn't bother me. I just thought that was funny. We'll go with Chris though. Yeah, that's my name, so I have to be happy with it. Brightness. Yep, you're fine. Adventure log successfully created. Alright, let's do it.
This child, he is the one.
There's the mark. There's no mistaking it.
What in heavens are you doing here? And after that awful storm, too. However did you survive? Oh, you're a jolly one. What's this? Oh, you poor thing. Come here. Come here. Oh, there's no need to be frightened anymore. You're safe now, little fellow.
Okay, that had good feeling vibes there right at the end, but did we just see a little girl get murdered by a headless knight? Grim. Several years later.
Thanks so much. You're a lifesaver. Trust me to lose my headscarf just before the big ceremony. So it's finally here, the big day. I can't believe we're going to be climbing all the way up there. Looks like Sandy's keen to lead the way. Come on, best not keep her waiting.
Okay, I'm instantly in love with the actual graphics and the look and the feel of the game. I have to say, the cutscenes, the character models, the music. There's something about this that I am immediately like, yeah, I can see why people... Actually, let me just see my equipment, because when I installed this, I think it came... Yeah, it did. It came with this Trodian stuff. And I got these as a, what do you call it? You know, when you install whatever version of the game that I bought, it came with some additions added on. But if I remember right, isn't this what the character from Dragon Quest 8 wore on the PlayStation 2? Because I actually have the PlayStation 2 Dragon Quest game, and I haven't played it. And I was actually going to start it recently until this came out, so I think this is going to be my first proper foray. Hold on there, young Chris. What do you think you're off to? Ha! Someone called me young. It's been so long. You haven't been up to Tor yet, have you? It's back the other way, as you well know. I don't want to see you again till you've climbed it. Alright then, Greg. Fine. That's what other people have to say. You, sir. To think you and Gemma are all grown up already. I can remember you two little uns herring around the place causing trouble. Hang on. To think you and Gemma are all grown up already. I can remember you two little uns herring around the place causing trouble like it was yesterday. Ah, time flies. It really does. I don't know why, but when I saw the way that was written, I had to give him an accent. I shall not offend you, lady, by giving you an accent. The path gets pretty steep up on Tor, so be sure to watch your footing. But don't let that make you stick to the beaten track. Little detours are where all the fun stuff happens. Yeah, that's true. Okay, the quiff on this guy, he kind of looks like a kind of guy who would talk like, hey, so it's time for you to head up the Thor, I hear. Mind you don't slip, it's a long way down. You know, a lot of guys. You want to think about little Paulie? That's how little Paulie died. Terrible accident. Shame he pissed off the other Morana Mafia before that happened, but completely unrelated incident. Oh, don't worry, Chris would never let me fall. What would you do without him, eh? Well, Chris, you heard the lady. Make sure she comes to no harm. I feel like this is a village that's going to just try and pit the two of us together. To be fair, she seems like a nice, friendly sort. The symbols on the side of Tor represent the spirit of the land, you know? The spirit has always watched over the people of Cobblestone. The coming of age ceremony is one of the ways we show our gratitude for its protection. Thank you, Dragon Quest Danny DeVito. I appreciate it. We've all been through it, you know. We've all climbed to the top of Tor. I remember like it was yesterday, but I can't tell you what I found up there. No, that's something you'll just have to find out for yourselves. Mind how you go, you hear? You know the mayor and your mother are waiting to see you off at the top of the steps, don't you? Don't keep them waiting, dear. Oh, and remember, if you ever in need of some advice, or you're stuck for what to do, have a chat with folks with pretty pink speech bubbles above their heads like me. Just press square to look at the map, you can't miss us. While you're looking at the map, use the right analog stick to change the direction you're facing. It's a handy little trick. Oh, so when you're looking at the map, you can actually change the way you're looking. That's legitimately helpful. You know, I'm not sure I've ever seen the two of you apart, and to think you're all grown up already. Is that wedding bells I hear? Hee hee. Grandma, honestly. Oh, let an old woman have her fun, will you? Now, Chris, you have to look after my lovely granddaughter, you hear? Will do. I think your grandmother wants us to hook up. Which is flattering and creepy. Hey, kid. Good luck, Chris. Aw, child a few words. I like her. I wish I was grown up like you. I can't wait to climb up to Tor. Yeah. Dunstan, Chris, seeing you and my dear Gemma all set for your big day makes me proud as anything, both as mayor and as a grandfather. You're not kids anymore, you know? No, you've grown up now, and that means going to Tor and offering your thanks. Now, it's time you're on your way. Head up to the top, give praise to the spirit of the land, and come back down and tell us how you like the view. Oh, and if you're ever unsure what to do next, try pressing the triangle button and selecting Party Talk. Gemma might have some useful tips for you. Just look at you, Chris, my little boy, all grown up. I feel like I shouldn't do like a female accent. I can't do that very well. But she seems like a really motherly. Now, to be sure to look after Gemma, you hear? To think you've been inseparable ever since you were tiny, and here you are, about to climb up Tor together. I've gone stereotypically Irish, and that makes me, as an Irishman, very upset. Oh, and if you ever lose your way, just follow Sandy. The dog's got more sense than any of us. Oh my god, this is getting worse. I might as well just go full-blown offensive, you know. Gore, blimey. Off you go now, dear. I know that the two of you will be just fine. And I'll make sure there's a delicious supper waiting for you when you get back. Thank you, pirate mother. Mother whose voice does not match her face. Or kind demeanor. Ooh, hang on. Water graphics. I like judging games by water graphics. Yeah, not bad looking water graphics, to be fair. Actually, let's try this Party Talk mechanic. It's our big day, Chris. We finally get to go and do the ceremony. We're going to be grown-ups at last. Hee hee, it looks like Sandy's as excited as we are. Come on, let's get moving. We don't want her to get to the top before us. Oh, cool. So you can just stop at any point and have a chinwag with your crew. I like that. Ah, how you know, father? The path ahead will at times be a steep one, but fear not. Hang on. He looks like he's got a civilized. The path ahead will at times be a steep one, but fear not, my children, for the spirit of the land shall watch over you. May your climb teach you how truly blessed we are to live among such beautiful surroundings. We will pray for your safe return. For a second I was going to say pay. I was like, thanks, Bishop, Father, Pope. I don't know what you have to pay for though. Financially? Emotionally? Using slang of core. Just look at that view. It's beautiful, isn't it? Whenever you find somewhere with lovely scenery like this, you should take the time to stop and bask in the wonder of nature in it. It always does the power of good. Super sorry if I'm offending anybody, by the way, but I took a stab at the Irish, my own crew as well, so there's that. Oh dearie me, what could that boy have got to this time? I just hope he hasn't decided to go up to Tor on his own. No, he wouldn't be that stupid, surely. Ah, he'll be the death of me, that one. If you just stand here wondering about where he's gone instead of actually looking for him, you're going to be indirectly the cause of the death of him. He absolutely probably is up there. Dying. But look, you look young. You can always have another kid. Woof woof.
Humble folk of Cobblestone, great land spirits, hearth and home. That's how it goes, isn't it? My granddad's been teaching me the prayer ever since I was little. He reckons the spirit of the land really does live on Cobblestone Tor, you see. As long as I can remember, he's been preparing me for this day. The day it would finally be my turn to climb all the way up there and offer my thanks. I just wonder whose idea it was in the first place, sending the village's young folk on such a dangerous errand. What if I take a tumble and do myself a mischief? Well, not to worry. Since you and me were born on the same day, I'm lucky enough to have a bodyguard along for the journey.
Yeah, and that's putting good, Gemma. You lucked out, and that's fantastic. I will keep you safe all the way up and all the way down and every day after. But this is by pure chance. What if I was born tomorrow? You'd be going up there yourself. You'd be dead.
Come on then. That craggy old thing won't climb its... Oh. Ah! Monsters!
Monsters! They're the smiliest, happiest, cutest looking things ever. They're teardrops with smiley faces. Yeah, they kind of contradict each other, but they're adorable.
They're coming this way.
Look, Gemma, I don't want to jump the gun, but it looks like these guys just want to make friends. Alright, if it'll make you happy, I mean, gotta impress the gal, I will murder these cute innocent creatures. Ah, that's my dog.
Don't give up.
Aw, you're a keeper. You're very nice. Oh, I can actually run around the map. Oh, I've heard about this. I remember reading it in a review. You can run around, but it's inconsequential. It's purely aesthetics. It doesn't mean anything. You can't get out of attack range or anything. There's no strategy to it. It's just a matter of, do you want to carry on moving around? I actually heard it recommended that you just change the setting so you have Gemma Wordley watches the fight, so that you have it just set so that it's traditional turn-based. So I think I'm gonna find that setting in a sec. What are you giggling at? I just murdered 3 innocent, adorable, cute creatures for you. You know, just to, you know, impress you. Oh. Thank you, God. Ah, medicinal herb.
Crikey, I wasn't expecting that. I know they were only little, but I'd have been done for if you and Sandy hadn't been here to help me.
That does back up my previous point about the fact that you just got lucky that we were born on the same day. Also, I'm not entirely sure. I attacked first. I'm pretty sure we were the aggressors. I think they were just coming down to say hi.
And now we've got to go through that horrible, dingy cave. Just our luck. I'll bet you anything that's where those awful things came from. Well, as long as you're with me, I've got nothing to worry about. Come on, let's get going.
I gotta say, I like Gemma. A little bit whiny. But in that, like, it doesn't bother you too much kind of a way. Monolith. Humble folk of Cobblestone, great land spirits, hearth and home. Blessed are we since days of yore, let it be so forevermore. Ah, I like the detail and the colours on it, actually. I also feel like there's definitely something behind it. Like, this is JRPG 101, yeah. Run behind the big thing for a little thing. A pot lid. Oh, I know enough about Dragon Quest to know that a pot lid is a shield. There we go. Let me go to my settings as well. System settings, battle mode, classic camera. There we go. I don't, I'm not a fan of action RPGs. You know, that's why I really didn't like Final Fantasy 15. And I really wanted to like Final Fantasy 15. I toughed it out as best I could. Cobblestone Village, Cobblestone Tor. But I couldn't enjoy Final Fantasy 15. I didn't enjoy the combat. I like turn-based when, you know, you can spec out your characters, you have different skills, you can strategize and you can plan. That's why I play RPGs, you know? Some RPGs are meant to be action RPGs. The Witcher, Mass Effect, Dragon Age and all those kind of ones, you know? Fair enough, but not things like Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy. Or even Persona.
Do you?
I can't believe there are monsters on the Tor, and on our big day too. I was a little bit worrying, but we have to push on. At least I've got you as a bodyguard, Chris. You absolutely do. I can't help but feel like the actual adults, you know, the people who had done this trip, should already have been aware of this. The water actually is very pretty to look at, isn't it? The game in general, to be honest with you, the colors and everything, it's a beautiful game. Ah. Upsy daisy. I wonder if I just jump at it with that. Nah, it has to be the X button. Okay. I do think we might have some hidden treasure back here. Medicinal herb. It bothers me when I hear someone say herb as herb. Is it a silent H? I don't think it's meant to be a silent H. In my head, it's not a silent H anyway. Oh look, it's another happy innocent creature minding its own business. He's just staring vacantly off into space. He looks like he's taken some medicinal herbs. He's not with us right now at all. He's on a different plane. Yeah, you're gonna want me to murder him, aren't you, Gemma? More monsters, but I don't think they've spotted you yet. You should sneak up and try and surprise them. Get close enough to a monster, and a small orange arrow will appear above them. Press the X button, and you'll give them a mighty wallop with your weapon, lowering their HP before battle has even begun. Why not try springing a preemptive attack on that slime over there? Oh yeah, why not just try attacking this innocent creature unprovoked in advance so that he comes into the battle already bleeding out? Oh look, I cut him in two. Thanks, Gemma. Alright, fight, attack. Yeah, I immediately prefer this camera. Oh, blocked. Nice contribution, Gemma. Mighty contribution to the battle.
Tough little blighters, aren't they?
Ah. Chris puts the slime drop in the side of his... Because, oh dear. Alright, pushing the options button means you go into auto run like this. Triangle is your menu button. What does the, a gooey gumdrop shaped like a lovely little slime. It cannot be bought. It can be sold. Oh, I wonder if there's some sort of like alchemy system in the game. Hi, Duncan! I'm warming up to the task now. I still don't like killing these things, but I'm getting into the flow. But I think every critter in Dragon Quest actually tends to have a really nice, friendly character design. Oh, way to go, Sandy! You beast! Oh, no treasure chest for the heavens there. Alright, that slime came at me. He came at me with intent, or at least what could be interpreted as intent. So this fight I'm okay with. My god, Sandy, you've just leveled up, haven't you?
Crikey!
Ow.
Don't give up!
Ah, there you go, you're a healer. You're like, in the party, your build is that you're a warrior, and you're the healer. Sandy's the beastly tank thing that also paralyzes them with fear. Look at him, he's quivering with fear, yet he's still smiling. Possibly from an overdose of medicinal herbs. I still feel like I shouldn't be killing them.
Well done!
Boom. But gotta impress that lady. Oh, and I learned a new spell, Frizz. Chris hasn't learned any equipment attributes. Oh, Frizz, here we go. Singes a single enemy with a small fireball. Oh, okay. Why does it say I have no magic? Oh, non-battle magic. Okay, I get you, I get you. Yeah, I gotta say, guys, I'm smitten, to be honest with you. I'm quite besotted with this game already. It's quite gorgeous. Alright. Oh, it was what for you, for me as well, in the top right corner. I saw a thing over there. It wasn't a slime. Now, if you're a Dragon Quest veteran, you probably know what it is. Like, odds are it's a monster. Oh, mana from heaven. More drugs. See that guy over there? I'm wondering, like, it looks like... Oh no, it's a needle. I say he's a monster. For a second I thought it was a, like an NPC that I could talk to. Who was fishing. I thought it was a fishing rod he had in his hand at first. And fishing minigames are something I get weirdly... Yeah, thanks for watching Weirdly. That's her job class. The warrior. Not a warrior. The warrior. You're another cute critter I need to kill, aren't you? You sure are. Right in the face. Honest with you. What are they called? A needler. Yeah, I don't feel so bad about battering the crap out of these guys. At least she's cheering though, you know? Oh, he's doing a little... Oh no! Oh, that's the creepiest thing I've ever seen in my life. I think I preferred the dance. It looks like he's just about to just orgasm all over the cave. You know, like he's really enjoying getting smacked around. He's just like, yeah, stab me, come on. I gotta end this. I couldn't let that continue. I couldn't. That was too much. All right, Sandy. Yeah, Sandy wants us to go that way. We're going this way. Always go off the beaten track, especially when you're in a dungeon in an RPG. No chest. Oh, I got these pots though. Vandalism. He's just like, fuck this pot. You like bad boys? I just smashed an ancient pot for no reason. Come on, baby. Come on, dollface. Alright, woof woof. No, woof. Woof woof. Ah, okay, so the needlers were doing some of the paintings up on the wall. Yeah, we're killing the indigenous species, Gemma. Thanks. Sage advice there. Really upsetting the ecosystem. But yeah, that's what adults do, right? Oh, amateur itemologist. Oh, back attack. Alright, to be fair with Gemma on healing and Sandy for like debuffing and stuff like that, I'm not too worried about the fights. That one had the balls to dance in front of my face though. I don't care for that at all. You know, guys,
Blighters, aren't they?
as a party, we actually gel and work quite well together. I'm gonna give us all. Where'd Gemma go? Yeah, as a team, we're doing great and everything, but that was such a one-sided fight. I kind of feel bad.
Fancy a chat, do you?
Alright, so still the same thing. Alright, maybe her dialogue will only change based on. I'm actually trying to look at the artwork to see if there's anything. Because, Chavamara, I remember you asking, am I going to do more lore videos? The answer is yes. It's just, I'm trying to figure out what lore and what's the best way to go about it.
Cool. Look at all this fog.
Help! Help me!
Cole?
Ah! Ah! Ah!
Quick! You have to help him! It's not fog at all. It's more monsters.
You see, Gemma, in this case, I agree with you. This is a monster. Correction, these are two monsters. Smogs, in fact. Fight. Jeez. I'm gonna try and break up my frizz spell, actually. Just remember I have that. Oh, yes. Gemma, I would really like it if you could patch up. Do you know what? Patch up the dog. Patch up Sandy before you patch up me. Although if you have some MP items, I'm not gonna say no. Sandy, you're a beast. Sandy actually barked a smog monster into. Oh, you did give me back MP. Do you know what? You're a good lady. I feel like I could kill this with a regular attack though.
Phew.
40 experience points and 22 gold coins. That's
So proud of you.
See, do you know what? She's good for encouragement. She's not like one of those NPCs that doesn't engage in the battle and they're just like, worried. You know, Ashley from Resident Evil. Leon, help! She contributes.
I'm sorry, Gemma. I only came up here because I thought it'd be funny to jump out and surprise you.
Kid, that is bullshit logic and you know it.
But then those monsters appeared.
What in the world is going on? I never heard anything about monsters appearing on the tour before.
Well, alright, if this has never been a thing before, then fair enough. But I still feel like the adults down below at the bottom owe us an explanation. If we get back to the village and we're like the only like young people there, and it's a lowly populated environment, like a low population town, I think we know why. They sacrificed their young people to the mountain.
But never mind that now. Whatever were you thinking? You could have been killed. You take Sandy and get back to the village this instant.
Yes, Gemma. Sorry, Gemma.
You know what? That was a good stern scolding. I respect somebody who can say what has to be said.
You saved my bacon again. I knew you were tough, but crikey, you really have grown into quite the hero. Not far to the top now. Typical. It would have to go and start raining, wouldn't it? Come on, let's get a move on.
You know, I actually really like that about Gemma. She's not much of a complainer. Well, like, she has her whines or whatever, but like, ooh, shiny blue thing. A piece of pine, pink pine. I thought I said pine. I was like, okay. The pine so piney, they named it twice. The pine so pine, I named it mine. Nothing else? No. Alright, that's alright. Just these vines to climb and you'll nearly be... hang on, let me try this. Just these vines to climb and you'll nearly be there. Don't go losing your grip. Yeah, because it's been such a safe... I mean, that's... that'll cover the insurance. From a liability perspective, the village is now fine. Sure, kids, climb up this. Hope you've been working on your upper body strength for the last 18 years. I hope you weren't the nerdy bookish type, otherwise you're screwed. What's your... Oh, come on! What about any kid who's even slightly overweight? Like, I'd like to see that guy Lenny from down below. Do you know, the kind of gangster mafia guy? I'd like to see him do this. I've called him Lenny, by the way. I'm just going to give anybody who doesn't have a name. Oh, no, this is... Oh, that is bullshit. If you see move a little closer. Oh, okay. Hang on. Oh, right, it's the same one. I just... Alright. Yeah, fair enough. That's something better. Not much further now. Keep close to the cliffs and don't let your nerves get the better of you. The nerves would have gotten to us by now. Monsters. Big, steep climbs up a vine. Shimmying along a cliff where falling would mean certain death. Yeah, nerves are shot already, but thank you. Them pretty pictures on the wall there. Ain't they, darling? See that one there in the middle? That looks like a transformer. God, the Transformer movies are terrible. Oh, this has to be the end.
Here we are at last. It's such a shame about the weather. I was really looking forward to that view. Well, we better say the prayer and get this ceremony over with, eh? What was that? Help me! Help! We're alive. But how? That great big flash of lightning. It was almost like you made it happen. Look! The mark on your hand!
I did make that lightning happen, and don't ever say there's not sparks between us.
Huh? Oh, it stopped. Well, we can worry about that later. All I know is that you saved me yet again. I don't know what I'd do without you. Now, we really had better be finishing up this ceremony.
Ah, see, I like that about her. Bang, she came here to do a job, she's gonna get that job done. I can respect this.
Humble folk of Cobblestone, great land spirits, hearth and home. Lift your voices up in prayer, sing it across all Erdrea.
You're pushing it a bit with that's Erdrea. You can shoehorn it in to match prayer all you want, but we both know how to pronounce that.
Blessed are we since days of yore. Let it be so forevermore. Wow! Look! It just goes on and on and on. Whoever dreamed up this ceremony must have had this in mind. They wanted to show us how huge our world really is. Well, that's it. It's all over and now we're grown-ups. Should we head down and tell Grandad and everyone? They'll all be waiting for us at the bottom.
Sure, I'm just a bit worried that your grandmother might misinterpret it if I walk down, look her in the eye and say I'm now become a man up on that mountain with your daughter, or granddaughter. It's just there's room for interpretation there, but hey, that's where a lot of the hilarity in my life comes from. Oh boy, we have to make the return journey. Alright, let's just take a quick peek around. Aha! Porcupine. Let's just take a look at that view. Yeah, beautiful game world. I get the Dragon Quest appeal. Straight away. Just from this one video alone, I get it. That's party talk.
Oh dear.
Thank you, Chris. I really thought we were done for there. I don't know what I'd done. English language gone. What I'd have done without you. It's all very worrying, isn't it? These monsters, the lightning. We better get back to Cobblestone. Maybe Grandad knows what's going on. I just want to make sure Sandy got back there okay as well, to be honest. Sandy, you just can't walk out of a cave? Chris and Gemma make their way. Oh, beautiful. I'm now officially in love with this game. It saves you the return journey. Cobblestone Tor base. Alright, I think what we'll do is we'll have a catch up with people down here, and then I might leave it at that for this video. Sandy, baby! Woof, woof, woof. yeah, I suppose all those slimes were high as kites. Thanks for bringing Cole back safely, Sandy. Good girl. I knew you could do it. Actually, does she have any party talk of her own right now?
Dear.
Ah, yeah, no, nothing. That's alright. Cole, you are so lucky you're not dead. I'm sorry. It's like, I'm sorry, Gemma. I thought it would be funny to jump out and surprise you. I'm an idiot. I'll never do it again, I promise. That's totally not how you sounded, but that's how it went. You! He's lucky he wasn't killed. You're lucky he wasn't killed. I'm not sure if Dragon Quest has like an equivalent of social services, but lady, if they are, I'm calling them and I'm sending them your way. You made no effort. My Cole told me everything. He told me how you fought off those horrible foggy monsters. I don't know how to thank you. And you, Gemma, aren't hurt either. Oh, that's such a relief. You can thank me by just taking proper care of your child. Well, the main thing is that everyone's alright. You can never be too careful with monsters around. We owe you one, Chris, and Gemma and Sandy too. You've got a mighty mustache. I'll leave you off the hook. That lightning was terrifying. Were you lot alright up there? I'm ever so sorry you poor things had to go through such an awful ordeal. You were all clapping us on the back and cheering for us on the way up. Nobody once thought to tell us beforehand that it was going to be an awful ordeal. So you did it. You've been to the top of Tor.
So you've did it. You've been to the top of Tor. Well, you better let the mayor know. Everyone will be desperate to hear how you got on up there. Don't keep them waiting, will you? I'm sure the lightning and the bird and the monsters and the bad cliffs and everything were all were all character building experiences. As in, it leveled up your character. You got some more attribute points and stuff.
When the lightning struck the Tor, not Thor, I must confess that I feared for your safety, but it seems that you have escaped unharmed. Truly, we must give thanks to the spirit of the land who watches over us all. Yeah, alright. I got lightning powers, by the way. I went up to Tor, but I came back as Thor. Oh well. You know, you'd appreciate me when I'm gone. Yay, you're back! Your mom said to tell you she's gone home to make your tea. Oh man, what a mother and a half. I'm addicted to tea, so yeah. Yeah, that's a legendary lady right there. That lightning was so scary, the sky flashed and there was this big bang. Boom! Yeah, it came out of my hand. That's not the first time there was a big bang out of my hand. I don't even know where I was going with that. Thank goodness you're safe, you did it. Oh, thanks everyone.
We're back safe and sound, Grandad.
Indeed you are, my dear. Thank the spirits for that. When we saw lightning striking up there, we got a little worried, I have to tell you.
It's not a laughing matter, sir. We legitimately nearly died. The only reason your granddaughter is still alive is because I was there, and the only reason I'm still alive is because apparently I can shoot lightning out of my hands. That is all. Chris explains what happened to the top of Tor. I did just do that.
Well, I never. Sounds like it's nothing short of a miracle that you made it back in one piece.
Literally the most dismissive people I've ever met in my life.
Well, there's no doubt about it, the spirit of the land was watching over you. Now tell me, my dear, how was the view from the top?
I'm sorry, I can't help but feel like I would have explained the whole lightning out of my hand thing. Nobody seems to care. Alright then, let's talk about the view.
It was wonderful. I saw the sea stretch into the horizon and the sunlight playing on the water and... Oh, I've never seen anything like it in my life.
You're true Cobblestonians now. Only we have the pleasure of looking out over the world of Erdrea in such breathtaking fashion, you know.
And all we have to do is fight horrible monsters to get there, although I will admit it was totally worth the view.
You're still young, and the day may yet come when you decide to leave Cobblestone behind. I hope our little ceremony has opened your eyes to a little of what may await you out there. Now, it's high time we were heading back. I'm sure your mother is eager to hear how things went, young man. Don't keep poor Amber in suspense.
I'm sorry, your wife clearly wants me and Gemma to get married, yet you seem quite eager to boot me out of the village as soon as you can. I'm getting very mixed signals.
Come on, you. Home time.
When in battle, you'll see a white circle on the ground. Leaving it will see your party try and flee the field, but be warned, it won't always work, and if the circle's red, that means there's no escape. The Dazzle spell and certain abilities can blind... Oh. I am loving the music, I have to say, but that's no surprise, because one thing, like, I know bits about Dragon Quest, even though I've never played them, I know bits about the games. But I actually, even when I'm at work, I still listen to the Dragon Quest soundtrack, usually Dragon Quest 8. But I listen to the soundtrack at work, because the music is just so beautiful. Coming of age, awarded for ascending to the top of Cobblestone Tor and completing the ceremony that signifies the onset of adulthood, and also in my case the ascendance into godhood, because I am now Thor. I should have called my character Thor. If I'd have known he would have gotten lightning abilities, that's exactly what I would have done. Okay, what I'm going to do, I think that's a church over there, and I do know that in Dragon Quest games, churches are where you save your games. This is also why I think it's funny that... Oh, I got my boots wet. I also think this is why it's funny why the games don't let you, use Christian as a name. I'm like, guys, come on. This is hardly, like... organ music, stained glass windows, bishop, pews. Yet my name is not allowed. Whatever. A rose by any other name. It's fine. It doesn't bother me. I just think it's funny. Greetings, my child. It's good to see the younger members of my flock taking time to pray. Now, shall we begin? How may our church assist you, faithful disciple? Sounds like, how assist my faithful disciple? Oh. Confession. Say. Oh, come on. Confession. Daredevil himself is less Catholic than you guys are. Oh, okay. I was actually planning on ending the video there anyway. I didn't realize I had selected the option to exit to the title screen. So there you have it, all you handsome bastards and classy ladies. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was actually a lot more fun than I thought it was going to be. I mean, I had a feeling I was going to love the game. I kind of knew that. I got great reviews. It's right up my street. But I did expect it to be such a fun one to record, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what you guys think of it as well. So do give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs down if you didn't enjoy it, give me a comment, let me know what you think, and if you want to see more of this, all you gotta do is let me know. Based on this video alone and how much fun I've had with it, I will gladly keep pumping out Dragon Quest 11 videos for you all. In the meantime, again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.